And so I am going to celebrate my 1.5 years at Markenfield with these. Maybe you can't see them, but there's a little a button here for every month that I have lived in Markenfield, and as I eat them, I'm going to tell you what the best bit of the month was. So, the first one is for February of 2012, and obviously the best bit of that was completion, finishing the Genfield settlement and being able to move here to Markenfield. Next one is for March, and that one again is quite easy. The best bit of that was by far my housewarming, and thank you to everybody who came to that all those moons ago. 16 to be precise, or is it 18? 18. The next one is for April, and without a doubt the best part of that was being able to have my first Easter here. I wasn't in fact very well over the Easter that year. I had to stay here instead of going to my parents for our usual lunch, because I was ill. I was ill the night before. But even then, being in my own house was very nice to see that I still loved being here despite when I was ill. You know, at my lowest ebb, I didn't wish that I was somewhere else. Now, May was a hard one that year, because May was the death of Jens the Budgie. However, it was also when I started to collect the first birds of that were going to go into the House of Birds on their own. So, you know, people basically, well, from Joshua the Budgie onwards, basically. Now June, this one, you know, I can't really remember. I'm sure there must have been something, but I can't really remember what it was. I knew it was a wet summer, so perhaps it was staying dry when it was wet outside. July, again it was very, very wet. But you know, I can't think of anything extremely exciting that happened in July. But perhaps that was the first. Perhaps that was the first start of the creating the Markenfield patio. I think that one. August. That was this time last year. Definitely being able to celebrate the half a year stage at Markenfield, and I actually had all my family round to celebrate that, and we had a huge pizza night. It was absolutely fantastic. September was the completion of the Markenfield terrace when planting began, and I came into my own, and it was absolutely fabulous. Now, October was not so good, okay? In fact, October was quite terrible, so I'm not going to eat that one. November, the best bit about November was dressing up Markenfield at the start of Advent. I had like gone all the way up the stairs, and I'll probably do it again this year. But that was really nice. So it's no surprise that the best bit about December was Christmas in my own home, my first Christmas here. January, the best bit about January was the snow, believe it or not for me. because it was the ability to be able to take pictures, you know, of the garden in the snow. Yeah, definitely. February was when I started planting the spring garden, and all the bulbs began to come up. The garden broke dormancy, and it started to look like a proper garden. The best bit about March was definitely my birthday, having my birthday and having it here. That was nice. April, not so sure, to be honest. I think April was a difficult one. I don't think of anything interesting that happened in April. We'll leave that one as well. May, we started to have the birds, the finches were beginning to breed, but more importantly, oh, do you know, I think the best thing about March wasn't my birthday, it was when I went to the bird show the week I had off for my birthday. Yes, that would definitely be it. Yes, so the birds began to, the contingent, the birds began to breed. Ooh, I dropped something from my hand, embarrassing. I'll put that up in a minute. Last month definitely was getting the allotment. Definitely. And of course this month is being able to say that I've spent 1.5 years, 18 months in this house, and I'm still loving every second, and there is still lots and lots of work to be done. We barely scratched the surface. And the reason we're going so slow, apart from the weather last year, is because of money. But at least it means that, you know, it keeps the excitement going and makes it all last a little bit longer, doesn't it? So, now, let me just get these last three, and waste not, want not, despite the fact I couldn't find anything brilliant out of 2 of the months and dropped one of them on the floor. I'm going to eat them anyway.